What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Hawk, and today I'm bringing you my first, well, I have a whole bunch of paper rustling in the background. I have my first K.E.M strike on the map Octane, and I'm going to be telling you guys today how to get your first K.E.M strike. So, I'm going to put the class on the screen hopefully here, and hopefully I figure out how to do it properly. And yeah, so the match is just starting up. You'll see my class. I'm of course using the AK-12, and the main reason of this video is to help you get your first K.E.M strike if you have not done so already. Now, the game mode I am playing here is Blitz. So normally I would stick to playing Kill Confirmed or TDM and try to get my K.E.M strikes in that. And I had been unsuccessful for the first 2 weeks. And I just thought, why don't I hop in a new game mode and try it out there? So what I actually did is I played Blitz, played a couple of games, and I met up with well, I not met up, but I found someone else on here, and I'll give him a shout out because he really helped me out this game, and it was just the subtle things that he did. In the second round, he ends up dropping Ballistic Vest for me, which actually saved me later on, and I'm very thankful for him for doing that. So his name is some Chinese guy online, PS3. I don't know his real name, but shout out goes to you, because actually I end up getting back-to-back K.E.Ms in this session, back-to-back. So right after this game I got another K.E.M. I'll save that one for a later upload because that one was actually a really close game, and when I did call in the K.E.M, it actually helped us win the game. So you guys see here that later on you'll see that I'm staying somewhat close to their spawn, and this is one of the game modes where their spawns are actually somewhat stable. You will not get shot in the back as often as you will in normal game modes. And some people will be like, why don't you play Domination for K.E.M strikes? And usually I would be like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But in this instance, I'm just trying to go for the single K.E.M, so I'm not trying to, get doubles, triples, and whatever. And I don't really want to have a really long upload for you guys. So in Domination games, they can be upwards of, 12, 13, 14 minutes, depending on how your team plays and such. So in terms of the the setup and the perks, you most often want to choose an assault rifle. Stick to a gun that you're really good with the recoil, you can manage it fairly well. I would recommend either the AK, R5 Remington, Honey Badger, or the ARX if you're really good at managing recoil, and sticking to suppressor and extended mags. Now the thing is with this, now that I've actually known that I can, this video is unedited, so I didn't cut out any of the gameplay, so you can see everything, and you'll see what I do towards the end of the first round. I was playing quite defensive in their spawn point. At that point I was being very campy at that. I'll call it campy, but I did not want to lose the streak, so I end the round 18-0. Now in order to get your first K.E.M strike, you have to keep certain things in mind. Now I really recommend trying out this game mode, as I said before, but you have to keep things in mind that in this game mode specifically, if your teammates are capturing the objective every single time, you're gonna have to probably push the pace a little bit here. My teammates were actually listening to me a little bit, so they would hold capping off the flag even though the game was close. And it was just me and him, but there's a couple other guys that have mics on here, and they were listening to me as well. So they heard my callouts, they knew that I was in the spawn. So early on I wasn't really playing the objective because I was on the streak. But I was trying to play the role of the Slayer here, so try to get them, when they're trying to leave their spawn, try to cut them off, get them with the cutoff points, and just overall be a nuisance to them. And another thing to keep in mind as well is you have to look out for guard dogs and such, so keep an eye open for guard dogs, especially in any game mode that you're playing. And you see, I think here I'm lying down a little bit later on, so this is where it gets a little bit slow paced, but I do continue to go on. So in terms of, sorry, I completely went off track there for a bit. In terms of some commentators doing tips and tricks and all that kind of thing, people are saying that guys that do tips and tricks are guys that can't get K.E.Ms, which is completely not the case. And it's good to set goals for yourself. Now that I've actually gotten a handful of them, not a lot, but I've gotten maybe I think three so far at the posting of this video. I'm looking to set a goal for myself to get at least 50 K.E.M strikes. If I get more than that, that'll be a really good thing for me, but I'm just aiming for 50. And setting goals for yourself is something good, in not only in this game, but in terms of like grades, life, whatever it is. In terms of gain, maybe you go to the gym and you want to work out all the time. It's a good thing to set goals for yourself. And even if you aim really really high and you don't achieve those goals, the standards that you do achieve are still, in comparison to others, it's still fairly, something to be proud of. So that's something that when you set your goals, you gotta aim high. So I'm looking to bring you guys more K.E.M gameplays. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna every video that I upload will be a K.E.M strike, but I'm gonna try to bring you guys more of those. Hopefully with different guns and different game modes. I want to get some free for all, SMG K.E.M strikes, maybe a cranked K.E.M strike. It's gonna take me a little while to get that one, but I'm really looking forward to at least challenging myself and trying to go for that. So in terms of playing in a party in this game mode is especially helpful. As I mentioned before, if their teammates are constantly capping, you will have to really push the pace, rush the spawns, and you can. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna do like a Birdman spawn trap, shooting them through the walls on like MW3 Terminal, but excuse me, in later videos you will see me just patrolling their spawn non-stop, not allowing them. They'll take maybe 5 or 6 steps out of their spawn, then I'll cut them down. And in terms of that, it's not really playing the objective to the point, but you're playing the objective as a secondary measure in terms of, just cutting them down before they even get close to your spawn point. So we are probably at I'm like 10 seconds behind in the video, but right now I think I'm close. I'm getting close. This is the second round, and we are rushing around. And funny thing, you have to check every corner. Keep that in mind as well. Check every corner as if there's at least more than one enemy there. Do not rush a corner with your aim down. Not to say you have to crouch walk, but take your time. Pacing in terms of open areas, take your time and look out first before you run out there, because you don't want to risk your streak. And really, man, if you can't get a K.E.M strike, if you've been struggling, try out Blitz. I'm recommending it to you. Try it out. Now, you cannot get the doubles unless you're really... If you get an under 2-minute K.E.M strike, you can easily go for a double in the second round. And something you should also keep in mind, call it in towards the end of the game. If it is close, you can use that time to capture and defend at the same time. And it really messes with the vision on these maps. So once you call it in, it's really hard to see the enemies, especially on Chasm, Warhawk. Some of the maps, it's really hard to see the enemies once you have called the K.E.M strike in. So I'd recommend, if you or any of your teammates have a K.E.M strike, even if it's on strike zone from a care package, call it in towards the last few minutes of the match. So right around, you guys see me got the K.E.M, and I failed on the 3-piece there because that other guy got me, and you guys saw that already. So, and I forget to knife the air, but this is my first one. Bear with me, it was kind of a long it took me a long while to get it, but I'm happy that I did. And yeah, I will do a complete breakdown of the class at a later date. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my videos so far. And if you're a new subscriber, I'm trying to get my way to 1,000 subscribers as well. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the videos on the channel, and if you're active and you like commenting on videos and you like inputting and leaving your opinion on certain things, I'd be more than happy to see you subscribe, more than happy to have you on board. And I'm looking to bring you guys more gameplays, more videos, getting my Alienware PC within the next week, so I'll have a lot of videos up for you guys before December on all the Christmas noobs. So hope you enjoyed the video. Slap a like on it. Peace, guys. Take care.
Nice work, Ghosts. Well done.